Hey friends, it's me, Miss P. This is a winter hat that we are going to draw today. And then we're going to use some crayon to decorate it. And after that we are going to do a watercolor, and the crayon lines will resist that watercolor. So I've got a couple crayons here. I've got my glitter white crayon. I actually couldn't find my regular white crayon, but that is okay because this glitter crayon is kind of crumbly and it shows up better in this video. I've also got a metallic crayon, and if you happen to have any metallic crayons at home, you could use them. It's a good idea to use them for this project because they'll look nice, but they won't show up as well in the end as that white crayon. So make sure you're still using that white crayon. I like how these winter hats tend to have some cool designs, and you'll see some very impressive knitters and things like that who make things out of yarn. They'll make these really beautiful designs in the yarn patterns, or in the knitted patterns. So I kind of wanted to go with that. I'm using some different shapes repeated to make a pattern. A pattern can be repeated shapes or repeated lines, and I'm doing that with some repeated curved lines and repeated shapes like triangles here. I'm making my hat the way I think I would want my personal hat to look like. So if you would like some ideas, right here I'm drawing stars. I'm also going to put in some hearts and some little butterflies. Other good ideas to draw would be certain simple animals, different stripes, dotted lines, repeating shapes, or shapes that repeat in a pattern. For example, a square, rectangle, square, rectangle pattern would always work. Things like that. That's what we're going with for a hat right now. And I am nearly done with my patterns here. Okay, here I'm getting out my watercolor, and I think I'm going to do some blue and green for my watercolor hat. And then eventually, in the little puff ball I just drew, I'm going to do some yellow. And if I didn't mention before, I just used a Sharpie to trace out this hat. You can use a pencil if you don't have a Sharpie. Oh wow, that watercolor resist is looking so nice already with my white crayon. It's showing up super bright. And as you can see, the blue metallic crayon I put in, it looks nice, but it doesn't stand out as well as that white crayon does. So yeah, I'm mixing in that green, and that also looks really good with that triangle up, right side up triangle and upside down triangle pattern that I drew. That looks really, really nice, and I'm quite happy with that. So feel free to do similar patterns to what I did, or you could do different patterns. It's really up to you. Just make sure you press hard with your white crayon and you'll get a nice resist, just like I have right here. Okay, so I ended up cutting out my hat, and I made a pom-pom, but that's kind of difficult, so I didn't feature it in this video. I'll have another video where I show you how to make the pom-pom. But I'm pretty pleased with how this came out, and I think yours will look great too. Bye!